Hello guys, I am Wicked Nick Wegner, and this is a start of a new series I want to be doing, but for about a month I'll be doing it, because it's also sort of an announcement. In 1 month, I'm going to Pasadena, and I'm planning on getting my MMA referee, judge, and inspector license. So there's 2 mini-series I want to do until I go do that, and that's what this channel is going to be for the next month. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I have planned to do, I want to go through controversial decisions, and I'm going to judge each round and see and give my take. Before I'm officially licensed or officially trained, I'm going to give my take on controversial judging. On Saturdays, I want to do 3-in-1, 3 late or early stoppages, and I'm going to give my take on how I think I would have done it or how it should have been done. Obviously, in the moment, all these things are hard to do. You know, judging is not easy, refereeing is not easy, I know that. But again, standing here, being a random person who knows nothing yet, other than being just a spectator. This is one I've been wanting to rewatch for quite some time. Obviously, I've seen it at least 1 time in my life, but have not seen it in a very long time. But I want to sit there, and again, I'm not sure how it's going to play out. I tried to put as much light on this. I want to make it as low quality as possible. I want to be in front of the screen as much as possible, just so I don't get flagged. And I don't know how the video's going to play out. This is completely just off the top of my head. It's going to have to be very quick as well. Again, I don't want to get copyrighted for this, but I think I have enough, and I think I'm changing the content enough that theoretically I won't get copyright striked. This is, I believe, George St-Pierre's last welterweight fight, and he won a decision to Johny Hendricks, but everyone says that Johny Hendricks won. That's all I know about the fight. We'll see what happens. There you go. Again, the rules have changed as well. A lot of times nowadays, control time doesn't matter nearly as much. Takedowns don't matter nearly as much if you don't do damage. But I believe back in the day, that takedown right there, even though he got up pretty quick and St-Pierre did no damage, it would count for more back. So I'm trying to put my headspace in the time of how they used to judge things back then. Whether I give myself, whether I say it's an excusable robbery or it was a close one, or whether I agree with the judging. But again, the number 1 scoring criteria is damage. That's what I already know, and it breaks down from there. I don't know. That might have landed. And also, judges, I believe, as far as I know, they can't watch replays and they don't hear the commentary. I have the commentary on because I don't think there's a way to turn it off other than without hearing the actual. I would like to at least hear the crowd and the noise. But so when it comes to a punch that might look like a slip or a knockdown, as far as I know right now, I believe the judges have no idea. It's just what they see. So if someone catches somebody on the shoulder and they fall, that could be considered a knockdown to the judge's eyes. There you go. Two minutes in, I would say Hendricks is winning so far, but it's not too far off. And again, they don't get these stats either. The judges, they just see this, they hear the crowd, and they don't hear the announcers. I'm assuming they have some monitors, though. So he's picking up the pace late in the round, but again, I still feel like Hendricks is doing more damage. I give that to Hendricks. I mean, Hendricks looks comfortable and he's winning the exchanges. Well. Damn, he is really putting it on him in round 2. Yeah, 1 minute left in the round. Again, we don't see that stat. And then Hendricks landed. And every time Hendricks gets caught, he does a bad thing. And it looks really bad to the judges when you react. Even if it's not like a pain react, it's like a taunt react, sort of like you're disappointed that you got hit or whatever. He does it almost every time he gets caught decently. And again, that doesn't look good, but I'd still give him the round so far. But with the jabs and the teep kicks up the middle that George is landing, and even that right there, it's a closer round than it would have been if it ended halfway through, obviously, because George St-Pierre caught back up. And it's better to end the round dominantly So if St-Pierre can do a bit more, you could argue he got this round. But right now, with the last 30 seconds, I'd still say it's Hendricks. Even pushing St-Pierre up against the cage and kneeing him in the knee, kneeing him in the legs. I mean, that's damage and control time technically. Again, I think it's not as dominant as maybe some people would think, but I would give that one to Hendricks as well, at least from what I saw early in the round. I mean, again, St-Pierre jabbed and kicked him up the middle and got a few leg kicks, but overall, then I think the damage was done to St-Pierre earlier in the round to win Hendricks that round as well. And it's harder when St-Pierre wears it more on his face. When you're judging damage, definitely, you'd assume the guy who has more blood and more bruising would be the one taking more damage. There you go, he reacted pretty bad to that leg kick. That knee landed though. So yeah, no, George is starting to win these exchanges more. There you go. That looks better for George too. They both landed, but it looked better just because of the way Hendricks was reacting to shots. Another thing to mention is the crowd reacted pretty hard to that. Like, when the crowd reacts, and depending on the angle you're looking at, you could think stuff lands. Again, like I said, they don't see any of this. They don't hear the commentators. You hear the crowd reacting, and you see from whatever angle they're giving you. And you can, obviously you see the fighter's reaction too. And it is something that happens quite a lot. If you're in a hometown, the reason there's a hometown, people think there's a hometown advantage, is not because of the judges, because the judges come from the commission. I think it comes from the crowd, and when you're in a hometown, usually they root for the hometown guy, they're cheering more for when you land strikes, and when Hendricks reacts like that, it just looks, I think St-Pierre is winning this round. But it doesn't help when the crowd, every time St-Pierre does anything like that, the crowd goes wild, and the judge is like, wow, he must have hurt him because the crowd's reacting. It's just a human thing. Even if you're supposed to be unbiased to that stuff, it is still a human thing to hear a reaction and sway in that part its favor. Right now, I think St-Pierre is slowly winning this round. It's very close as well, though. Again, any big thing that happens in the next minute and a half will sway my decision. There you go. How much damage can he do in this last 30 seconds from this position? Here we go. It doesn't look good being pushed against the cage at the end of the round and again being taken down and punched a little bit, but I'm going to give that one to St-Pierre, only because he was winning the striking exchange on the feet and he got it by the end of the round. And I don't think Hendricks did too much damage on the ground. So me personally, I think St-Pierre won that round. Oh. There's a slip. Still doesn't... Yeah. It was a slip. Still giving him the position is not good. And again, since he didn't get the takedown, he doesn't get the reward of the position change. But again, GSP's on his back getting, beat up pretty bad. Got cut open again. He stood him up on his own, so he doesn't even get the little bit of bonus for being able to get up on his own. And that was terrible. In my mind, that was the easiest one to score so far. I don't see any way you could give that to St-Pierre. There's no point. In my mind, there's no point in really even reviewing this fifth round, unless it's a 10-8 round, which I know it's not going to be, because I have it round 1, round 2, and round 4 for Hendricks. I'll still watch it and still score it, but I don't think I'll be saying much for this next round.
Oh my gosh, that guy's face is being torn up. It's really comfy.
Yeah. He's actually one of the greatest of all time, by the way. Yeah. Bald guy? Yeah. Alright, there you go.
I think GSP won the last round, but again, I don't think it matters. I think Hendricks beats St-Pierre 48-47. I'm sorry, yeah, that's what I think.
48-47, Hendricks.
Okay, that's one judge.
48-47, yeah. At 48-47 for the winner. still
Yeah. So it seems the time of media scorecards all posted at 47-48 for Hendricks, or sorry, 48-47 for Hendricks. But the actual scorecards, so the two judges that think St-Pierre won gave him the first round. I personally believe Johny Hendricks won. All media outlets online said that Johny Hendricks should have won. One of the three judges said Hendricks should have won. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's my recap, I guess. Not as dominant as historians will recall it. Should Johny Hendricks have won? Should he have won the fight? In my opinion, yes. Was it a complete robbery to say that George St-Pierre won the first round? I wouldn't say that. That's my opinion on that, I suppose. That's the video. You can go ahead and tell me what you think of everything that I've said here or everything that you've watched on your own, because again, I can't show everything. Just showing what I talked about. Hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted and taken down. Hopefully this series goes well. And again, give your opinions in the comments. Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you have any other close decision fights that you want me to watch, or any early stoppages or late stoppages for the Saturday videos that are coming out in the next month, let me know. Yeah, that's GSP versus Johny Hendricks. Do I think it was a robbery? I'm going to have to say no. Do I think it was a close fight that Hendricks should have won? I'm going to say yes.